Guys, do you have lungs? Do you have kidneys? Well, get ready to sell them because Nintendo has revealed the prices for the Switch 2 and also their games. And newsflash, they are $80. A game will be sold for $80. Last week, Nintendo revealed the prices of the Switch 2, which is around $450, I think, in the US. Now, to be clear with you, I am an Indian citizen, so I live in India. The thing is, in India, everything is expensive already without the Switch 2 being so pricey. So, to put things into perspective, uh, the prices of games in India is equivalent to buying a smartphone in this country. So, games are already that expensive. Now, the problem is not about the console being $450, the problem is about games being $80 in the US. Now, yes, it might be because of the tariffs that Trump has introduced, but this does not excuse the fact that $80 price tag on games is moronic. It's plain moronic, and if that happens, games will get expensive even in India because everything applies here. Whatever happens in US, Japan, or in any other markets, especially considering video games or technology related things, prices get hiked in India. We have to pay more for those products and way more for those products. So as I already told you that games already cost at least half of the price of a smartphone here in India. So if you're telling me that the Switch 2 is going to uh, come with games that cost around $80, that almost doubles the prices, right? So now in India, if you are a gamer and if you love Switch and you are hoping that you will buy Switch 2, well then you can buy the Switch 2, but you won't be able to buy the games. Not every month. You will have to budget your whole uh, you have to budget your whole budget. That is what you'll have to do if you need to buy games every month. Now I'm not saying every gamer buys games every month every day, no, but $80 price tag is moronic in my opinion. But see, to be clear with you, I am not a Nintendo gamer. I have not been using Switch. I am not into those kind of games like Mario, Zelda, but I appreciate the games on their own. I love what the games are, and I'm sure there are many vocal fans who love those games. There are many kids who love those games. So, if it affects any kind of gamer, this news is not good for any kind of a gamer. Even if I don't play those games, it doesn't mean that I will discard that whole discussion. So even though I personally have no horse in this race, I think it is important to point the absurdity of the situation right now. Do you think this price is sensible? Does that make sense to you to buy a game for $80? Now if you are in India, you will have to pay, I don't know, around 7,000, 8,000 rupees for one game. So if you have to buy Mario, the next Zelda or Metroid Prime or whichever games are exclusive to Switch 2, they're going to raise prices absurdly. Now, I wouldn't have had problem if it was only restricted to Switch. Now, as you all might know, that whenever some changes happen in one corner of the gaming industry, it affects all the parts of the gaming industry eventually. Now, case in point, let's talk about microtransactions. When microtransactions and DLC and all those shitty practices started coming into the picture way back in 2008 during Dead Space, when they introduced the DLCs, right? There was a paid pack for that. Then there was the horse armor. When all those things started creeping up into the games, it slowly and steadily became a norm. And let me tell you, back then, even microtransactions had to face a lot of resistance from gamers, right? But we still have microtransactions today. We still have DLCs today. We still have unbroken games that come out unbroken at release. Oh, sorry, we still have broken games that are coming at release, and they have to be patched up to oblivion to make them playable. Now, like for example, look at game like Stalker 2. The game is amazing, but the way it launched in a sorry state, it is just unexcusable. Now I do know that the country was under war, so that those factors did affect, but just I'm just giving you an example, right? So coming back to this news, which is Switch 2 pricing. Now, as I already told you, I have not been a fan of Nintendo. I have not been into the Nintendo uh, framework or in Nintendo's ecosystem ever in my life. So emotionally, it doesn't affect me in any way that the pricing has gone up. But as a consumer and as a gamer, I know that this pricing will eventually raise the pricing of other AAA games, and it might eventually also give other console manufacturers, it will also give Xbox, it will also give Microsoft the idea that, oh, let's raise prices of the console, let's raise prices of the games, and then you will be pushed to Game Pass service, you will be pushed to a subscription service, and then eventually people will never buy games. They will say, okay, just let me just have Game Pass and just let me play on Game Pass. So see, that's my problem. We are slowly being pushed consciously or unconsciously towards not buying games but renting them. But the sad part is you can only rent games digitally. Physically, there are very few mediums that you can get rented games. You can, of course, borrow games from your friends, but how is that feasible for everybody? Not everybody will have a Switch 2, or not everybody will have the console of your choice, right? And not every time you will have the same taste in games. So my point being is that the $80 price tag of games is stupid. Now I don't care, okay, how big the game is or how or what is the quality of the game. Even if it's a AAA game, personally, this is my point of view. So I don't know how you would go about this in your life, but personally, paying $80 for a game upfront, even if it is a AAA game, I won't usually buy that game, guys. Even if it is the most anticipated games. Like for example, let's assume Skyrim comes out tomorrow and the release date is out. Pre-orders are going on and they reveal the price to be $80. You can be sure, guys, that I'm not going to buy that game first day. Now, if I have to review a game and if I have to personally uh, do a video on it, I might buy it for that purpose. But I'm not going to buy it to play a game on my own on the first day. So this price tag will not only affect Nintendo gamers, it's going to affect other gamers on other platforms, even PC. Even PC. Yes, there are Steam sales. Yes, there are consistent sales, spring sale, summer sale, winter sale, and all those sales. But at least the base price will increase at some point, and that is not acceptable to me as a consumer or as an avid gamer. It is not acceptable to me to set aside such a huge amount for my hobby. I mean, it doesn't make sense in this world. Now, one thing as consumers we can do is to not pre-order games, which I already never did. But there are people who only play one or two games in their in the year, and they tend to pre-order the games. It's fine if they want to do it. I'm not a god to tell you how to uh, live your life or how to spend your money, but it will affect the industry, it will affect the consumer base. People will be apprehensive to buy a game upfront. So what I mean to say is keeping this price tag will backfire on not only on Nintendo, it will backfire on the entire gaming industry. Now that is just one man's opinion who doesn't have much of a following on YouTube, who doesn't have a fan base or something, but this is just my feeling that this will affect the gaming industry as a whole. Already the gaming industry is not in a good state. There are multiple layoffs. Talk about Ubisoft, talk about any double A studio, they are laying off people, and in such a dark scenario, you are bringing the prices up of products of your games. I don't think this is feasible. This is going to implode some way or the other. This is not going to work for long. Now this is just my opinion. You can voice your opinion on in the comment section and let me know what do you think about it. If you are an avid Switch gamer, how do you feel about this? Because I'm curious to know from someone who loves Nintendo as a brand. I would love to have their opinion on this. That are they pissed? Now, from what I have seen on Reddit and other discussions and in the YouTube comment section, I do see many people are pissed about it. So it's a good thing that they are raising their voices. because I assume that Nintendo fans will just play along with it and they will say, okay, fine, I'll buy the Switch. Oh, this is an amazing console. Switch was amazing, so this will be good too. So I'll play. I will just pay $450 and buy the system. But that's not the problem. System itself is overpriced, but the games are also overpriced, right? So when you combine these two overpriced situations, where's my advantage as a consumer, right? So that's about it. That is all I wanted to ramble about this. Now, I am not a fan of Nintendo, never been using Nintendo. I haven't played many Nintendo games, although I did watch my friend play Zelda Breath of the Wild that came in 2023. Other than that, I haven't played many Nintendo games, to be honest with you. But as a consumer, this does affect me, and this worries me about the future of gaming. Like, sure, many people will buy the games even if it is 80, $90. So there are some people, there is a demographic of people who will buy the game they want if they want it. For example, if you love Call of Duty, you will buy it every year at maximum price on the first day. But I'm just not one of those gamers, and I believe that there are many like me who don't prefer to pay such exorbitant prices for their games. So anyways, that's all I wanted to discuss, and maybe I just wanted to know, if you are a Nintendo fan, can you just comment on this video and let me know what do you feel about this? Because maybe I'm unbiased, so, and I'm just more concerned about uh, other console systems following this trend and raising our prices, or maybe it will just be restricted to Nintendo ecosystem alone. I don't know, but in any business, if one competitor raises prices of their products and services, it is bound to happen in the entire industry. So that is my concern. So well, that is it about from my side for this video. I hope you guys enjoy what's left of gaming. Buy old game, guys. Come on, buy games in sale and just have a good budget for your games. And I'm sure in a very less amount of money you can get some amazing games in sale. So yeah, that's about it. I hope you guys enjoy your day.